Next up, we are going to do a website audit for a house cleaning service. And so this website audit comes from Jamie. So Jamie says, hey Joe, I run Clean Home Club house cleaning service in Charleston and do some digital marketing work as well. I would love some feedback on improving my site through SEO, through local SEO or user experience. The URL is Join Clean Home Club. He said he recorded me a short little video as well. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that that would play through for you guys. So I'm not going to like watch that and listen to that while you guys all just kind of sit there and wait for me. That wouldn't be good. So instead, what we're going to do is I'm just going to pull up the site and I'm going to walk you guys through his site and do an over-the-shoulder audit. All right, so we're going to do an over-the-shoulder audit together. So what's the URL here? Clean Home. Hang on one second, ladies and gents. All right, joincleanhomeclub.com. All right, so the first thing that I would do is just do a quick couple Google searches, right, to see if or what kind of presence, right, they have locally, what kind of presence Jamie has locally. So I'm just going to do Charleston, a search for Charleston house cleaning and see what I get to come up. So Clean Home Club, this is the name, this is the site. This is Jamie down at the bottom using Drift chatbot, which is great. Groove Jar just thought I was exiting, so we got a little exit pop here, so that's all good stuff so far. Charleston house cleaning service or services, Maid Brigade and Maid Pro. These are all like really big, and even Cleaning Authority. These are all multi-location businesses, so it's not surprising to me that they're all owning the 3-pack. Try to make this a little bigger so you guys can see it. So right here, owning the 3-pack, obviously, all these multi-location businesses. So if I keep scrolling down, we got Mary Maids, we got Thumbtack, we got Yelp. Again, the Cleaning Authority, which was inside the Map Pack, right? We got Maid Pro ranking organically. We got Maid Brigade, Angie's List, Home Advisor, Molly Maid, and actually we got the Jamie site, it looks like, ranking here at number 10. So first and foremost, congratulations on jumping into the top 10. This market is actually pretty competitive. I've played around in the house cleaning services market, and it's actually somewhat competitive. As you can see here, a lot of the SERP results come from big established companies, right? You're dealing with, you know, a franchise like Molly Maid, or dealing with Home Advisor, Angie's List, Thumbtack, and some bigger sites. So it can take a little bit to get a foothold in this market and to try to, and to really even just get on the first page. So it looks like you've secured your spot there, and now you're in a prime position to really start climbing the ladder, and also start feeling the effects and starting to get a return from the investment that you've put into ranking organically thus far. Right, being number 10, you're not going to be getting much traffic here. So let's take a look at the site here. So again, we got this pop-up here. Congratulations, you won $25 off. Offer only valid for, I love the countdown, this should definitely get somebody to take action. I really like the offer too. A lot of pop-ups and a lot of exit pops. You look at the offer and it's just like, it's very bland, it's very boring, and it's like, really, is that even freaking incentive? Like, why should I do that, right? So like, you went through the initiative and you went through all the effort of putting an exit pop there, but gave me a shitty offer, right? Like, you're at the 10-yard line and you couldn't like take it, you know, to the end zone. So I really, Jamie, who's actually on the line, I love the offer. $25 is a good offer. I would expect, based upon this market and what I know of it, with pricing, you know, your probably average ticket, I would assume, is probably about $150 or so, 150, 200 bucks maybe. And so $25 off is a good, you know, is a very, very good offer. So great job on that. I'm curious if I fill this out, and Jamie, this isn't a real email address, so forgive me, but I'm curious what happens, right? So we got the coupon here. It says click to use the coupon, and it opened in a new tab here. So I'm just thinking about the user experience here. So this opened in a new tab, and it took me right to the checkout, it looks like. Gave me the discount, which is great. And yeah, 125 bucks. Yeah, what a guess, right? Starting order is 125. So that's super funny, right? I nailed that right on the head. So I like this. I wonder how it is going to be for other users' experiences, though. So that would be the only thing, Jamie, that I'd be concerned about, is just opening in a new tab, right, versus just continuing right on. This isn't like a full browser tab either, obviously, like there's no back or anything else. So that would be a concern of mine, but great job so far. All right, so right on the home page then, the header looks nice and clean, very nice and clean. We got services, reviews, blogs, gift card, login, and book in 60 seconds. The goal, I'm assuming, with this site is to have people book without actually calling. Jamie, you're in the chat. Could you just confirm that for me? So again, the question is your goal to have prospects and users in the local Charleston area, right, fill out the form online without even having to call, or do you want phone calls? And while you're at it, let me know kind of what the current mix-up is. So first off, what do you want, phone calls or online bookings? And then what's the current kind of rate in which you're getting both? Is it 50-50? Is it 60-40 and you're getting more bookings via the web? Let me know what it is. So you said they can book online or call. So what's your preference, Jamie? And then let me know where things are currently at. So this is good. I think though you got some readability issues. If I were you, I would probably push this up, right, and make my subhead maybe a little bit bigger. But definitely push this up. You got some wasted space here, and you also have just some readability issues here with this particular background. Maybe you want to gray it out some more, or put some type of gray overlay on top of it. It's just a little hard to read. And can you read it? Yes, but it is definitely not the easiest. So I would focus on that. I like online more. Phone calls convert better. Okay, so you kind of got a double whammy there, so to speak, right? So you gotta pick which one you're gonna push the most. If it's gonna be phone, if I were you, I would change this this color up here, right? White just kind of blends in with everything else, right? You got a lot of white text. So if you want to do something to push the phone, right, then I would change up this color, right, make it stand out a whole lot more. So as I change the width, this is actually pretty responsive. So this would be like your smallest browser, essentially. The experience is still pretty good. So that's good. On mobile, one thing that I would do if I were you, Jamie, is I would get this phone number bigger on mobile. So we could actually emulate mobile right here, right now. But I'm not going to, just for the sake of time. But you definitely want to, on mobile, have a big call now, like tap to call type of area, and make it big, man. On mobile, most people aren't going to go through and actually do a full mobile checkout, right? So on mobile, I would definitely be pushing for the phone call, right? when you're looking for a local service, 99% of people are going to pick up the phone and call, especially on mobile. Okay. So you still got to figure out for yourself, though, desktop searches, desktop visitors, what you want, either bookings via the web or phone calls, but you've got to have a preference. All right. So I like this. Got to get in some pictures, though. Michael P. and Sharon S. Let's get in some pictures of them, right? Just to help humanize it. I like this background image of a person. That's great. That helps. But you're still missing some good photos of people. So these icons are super important. I think that the number one thing for a homeowner that is looking for a service like yours is kind of the safety and the security, right? Are they going to send somebody that's going to take care of my house, right? And can you make this transaction and this service as seamless as possible? So you say here, safety first. We rigorously vet all of our cleaners who undergo identity checks as well as in-person interviews. If I were you, I would really push that to the 10th degree, right? And talk about what you do, right? So what do you do in an identity check, right? Pump that up. Like we rigorously vet all of our cleaners who undergo a 34-point identity check. After they go through the identity check, we then do a 13-point in-person interview, right? And then talk about what happens if they mess up on a job, right? Make the customer feel really, really good in that regard. And that's where most of these startup home services companies really fail too. So if you haven't thought about that, or this is a newer company, definitely really spend some time on that side of the process. You should have some bonding, and you should have insurance as well, and those should all be advertised here as well. So I think that there's definitely only the best quality and save you time, easy to get help. Like I don't know, like some of these seamless communications, cash-free payment. I don't know. It seems like these are kind of blah USPs, Jamie, right? That could be pumped up to deliver a whole lot more value. So if you think about, Jamie, think about Home Advisor. Why do people use Home Advisor, right? It's quick, it's easy, their background checks and the reviews, right? Like those are the big things that make a homeowner feel comfortable, right? So I would look, if I were you, at Home Advisor's messaging and how they convey that. And I think you could probably pick up a couple tips or two that could, like, literally, no joke, probably double your conversions. All right, so one thing that is strange for me is you got to book an appointment here as the call to action, and we're going to booking-page as the URL. Then you got a zip code and book a cleaning. So I'm curious, like, well, it's probably going to tell me that. I'll put in your zip code. Book a cleaning now. Okay, so booking-page, and we're just passing the query string then, so that makes sense. I don't know. I would test, Jamie, whether or not that zip code is helping or not. And if it is, just use it on both. I don't like the variants personally and the call to action buttons, right? Either use this both times, right? Or use this both times. Just a personal preference for me. Learn more. Your trust and security are our priority. I don't know that this button to learn more really makes sense to go to like this FAQ or help page. Right, like we're talking about all the USPs of your company, and then it's like learn more, and then it's like just a bunch of like kind of more knowledge-based FAQ type of questions versus like how great your company is. So I have a little bit of a trip up there, or a little bit of a disconnect personally there. Nextdoor, Yelp, Thumbtack, Google reviews, Facebook, this is all good social proof. Address here, get in your full NAP here, Jamie. So name of the business, Clean Home Club, right? Or exactly as it is in Google Maps. So Clean Home Club. Dude, 1, 2, 3, you're ranking number 4. So you're doing good. You're doing good in terms of maps, all right? You want to get your whole NAP in here. I see that you have, it looks like, yeah, so get your entire address in here. No, it doesn't look like you. Dorchester Road, number 130. Oh no, right here, sorry. My bad. So, Clean Home Club. So, here we go, 460 King Street, Suite 200. Yeah, so exactly like it's listed here, Clean Home Club is the name. You're gonna wanna put the name of the business. You're gonna wanna put the address. You're gonna put the website or the phone number and then put the website. Okay, just in that very specific order so Google doesn't trip up on that. Okay, I know it's over here too. I might, pull over a couple over here. All right, so home cleaning services, you got move in, move out. Got a little something funky kind of happening with the UI here. I don't know if you guys can see that with that button. Looks really strange. So that needs to be fixed. So I can tell you that, Jamie, from me being in this industry, doing marketing in this industry, being involved in this industry, that the move in, move out cleanings are some of the most profitable, obviously, from a non-recurring standpoint. So if I can't get a recurring, right, like if you can't get a recurring clean, this is where, right, you'll make your next best money. So these need to be like full-fledged landing pages, and I would rather them look like a variation of the homepage, right, than this, right? Like, this isn't really like a conversion page. This looks like an SEO page, which is good, right? But when somebody gets here, they're probably not going to convert very well. So move out, cleaning, Charlotte, North Carolina. So move in, move out was always a good keyword phrase for us in this space. Did I miss it? Okay, next up is you definitely want to add in review snippets like this. So you can do this with plugins. This is just schema and markup that you can put. And you're not gonna ever get this to show for your homepage. Just don't have that expectation. It's never gonna show up. But you can definitely get it to show up for a subpage, right? Like a services page, like your move in, move out. If you can do that, and you can get the snippet to show, and you can rank in the top 3, you might as well be number 1 organically. Like that's what you're gonna get in terms of clicks, right? So this can help tremendously in terms of click-through. I've helped a couple of clients in a personal one-on-one clients, as well as some of the people in my mastermind, literally, have a 30–40% increase in traffic by getting review snippets to show up, right? And then also optimizing their title tag and their meta description tag to really be good, right? As a consumer, when I see this date, for example, like that's bullshit, right? Do I want to go to this page that hasn't been updated since 2014? Like the web has freaking changed a lot since 2014. Like, I don't know, what kind of website am I into that hasn't been updated since then? So something to look at there. Let's go back over to the site, and I'll try to wrap this thing up a little bit. So service areas, it looks like you got a bunch of location pages essentially here built out. Mount Pleasant, North Charleston, Somerville, Sullivan's Island, and whoop, that's the route, that's the home page. Oh, okay, great. So all of these service areas, Jamie, need to be pages, right? And if you live here, man, go take some pictures of the local area, right? So I was in Charleston, Jamie, my cousin lives there actually, and I was there for a wedding, and we stayed on John's Island for like a week. Freaking, I'm gonna swear, fucking beautiful, amazing place. Take some imagery, right, yourself, or pay somebody to go do it, and use that imagery on the site and geotag it, right, on these location pages. So when you build these location pages, they can be omni-relevant, right, and uber relevant to each of these areas, and all the images are then geotagged as well for that area, right? So your North Charleston page is talking about things to do in North Charleston, right? It's talking about the neighborhoods that you work in North Charleston. It's showing, you know, a milestone or two in North Charleston. And, you know, long term, as you start to build up more and more clientele, right, some houses, right, or some before and after pictures from North Charleston. If you can do that, these location pages, right, will be not considered so much doorway pages by Google, right, because of all the uber relevant local information that you were able to put into it. Jamie says, I live there. Yeah, it's beautiful. So these pages, Jamie, are going to be a huge source of conversions for you. Okay, if you're already ranking for Charleston, right, Charleston house cleaning and Charleston cleaning type of keywords, you're going to be able to rank for these a whole lot easier. So definitely one of the things that I would do right away in terms of a priority is build out these pages. And before you build out the pages, just sit down and really map out what they're all going to look like, right? So then you're not kind of building them all from a whim, but you should be building them all with a template, right? These pages are going to do really well for you. They're not going to drive a ton of traffic, but they're going to drive a lot of conversions. All right, so reviews. All right. It's okay. This call to action doesn't look real great. I may take that call to action from the homepage where they put in their zip, right, and use that here. That would look a little better. And then this top area, I definitely think this should be a little longer, definitely a little squished. All right. Oh, on the service area pages, Jamie, on the service area pages, make sure that you hit your services, right? So on your John's Island page, right, you want to make sure that you have an area on that page that talks about the services, right? So that you got all the keywords in there, and so you can rank for, right, move in, move out cleaning, or move in cleaning John's Island, right? Those longer keyword phrases are going to be easy to rank for, and again, they're going to convert like crazy. All right. The other thing that I would do is just cut down on this top nav, right? So you got services, reviews, services, and then the drop down, right? When you click on the services too, right, it doesn't go anywhere, obviously, and then these do. So I wouldn't give them, you want to give people as little options as possible, right? So just services, right? Reviews is okay. Gift card I wouldn't put up here. John or Jamie, probably, you know, maybe at like Christmas time or holiday time, maybe you might have a couple of gift card orders, but if you got a brand new customer coming here, I don't think they're probably going to come and buy a gift card. Also, login I would throw in the footer. And if you want to leave book in 60 seconds, that's fine. But we could literally cut this down to service, reviews, blog, and book in 60 seconds. And that's going to help as well with your conversions. So I hope that helps, man. That was a lot of feedback. Come back on, though. Make the updates. Come back on. And maybe we can actually do, you know, some type of Google Analytics audit or a little further PPC audit or something like that for you as well. Good stuff.
You guys lose my audio for a second there. Derek says, great. Jimmy says, thanks. All right. You have an app that emulates different browsers and different device types. Yeah, so forget the one that we use, Drop Shots or Browser Shots. I think it's browsershots.org. There's one that, yeah, I've used for a very long time. So you got lots of different operating systems, lots of different browsers then as well. But then you definitely want to check mobile. So mobile is a gold mine, and definitely one of the places that you can influence conversion the most with a local service business specifically. The big thing is that you just got to make sure that you got a huge like click to call us button and that you portray trust, right? If you can do those two things on a local service-based website or any type of local website like that, you are absolutely going to destroy it in terms of conversions. That's really all that you need. All right, Carolyn says, very good stuff. All right, fantastic.